The last few months I've been trying to not come out on camera as much as I can, but here I am. I hope you guys are all doing well. And as you guys will see, I got the Supra up in the air again, and I'm sure you guys are probably wondering what the are you doing to it this time. For all of you that have been watching all my POV videos, you have known that the gears on this car are absolutely ridiculously long. And from all the research that I've done, there's really no car out there that's a manual, actual clutch H pattern manual with the gears as long as this car has. So for those who are not aware, let me show you these clips and so you can understand what I'm talking about. Let's do a second gear. All right, let's see what it'll do in first gear. Make sure we're all clear. So as you guys can see, the car's gears are long, like really long. So first gear here, it's almost 85 miles an hour. Second gear, almost 130. Third gear goes well above 160 miles an hour. And I don't know what fourth gear does. So yeah, it's kind of absurd. Honestly, if I was doing like roll racing, half-mile events, this would be like the ideal setup. But I'm not doing that. Like I told you guys before, I'm trying to return this car more to a street style car. So with that being said, it is time to drop the rear end on this car and change those gears out, because I'm not trying to be going 60, 70 miles an hour before I actually hit full power. Now this car does run on a Ford 9-inch. So I'm thinking right now, I'm leaning towards the 389. This car here, which is the red Supra, this car has the factory NA gearing. So I'm assuming it is a 410 or a 411, something like that. Now the Mustang, which is under that car cover there, that one has a 373. Now the 373 is actually a really nice gear setup. I like it. However, hi baby. Now being that this car here does rev up to 9100 RPM, I figured I can probably squeeze out a little bit of a higher gear. What's up, Papa? I don't think a 373 is gonna be long or short enough. I'm not sure what the terms are. So I'm gonna do a 389. This is gonna be somewhere in the middle between the 373 on the Mustang, the 410 or the 411 that's on the red Supra. So a 389 somewhere in the middle. So that will still give me some pretty long gears, but not ridiculously long like what it has now. I'm thinking on that setup I should hit 60, 65 in first gear, and then it goes up from there. It is definitely going to be a lot better than what it has now. Now the biggest problem that I have now is the actual takeoff from a stop. It's absurd. It takes a lot of power to get the car rolling off from a dead stop, which in return I'm causing a lot of wear on the clutch, and this is an expensive clutch, so I don't want to be doing that. And two, laying down 1,000+ horsepower in first gear on a transmission that's rated at like 700 foot-pounds of torque, not a good idea. So if I keep doing this and if I keep really pushing the car the way I have been, the clutch and the transmission are probably not going to last me too long. So switching it out to a different gear ratio, it's gonna be a lot more fun. It's gonna be good on my transmission. It's gonna be good on my clutch, and it'll probably make for some better videos too, because I'm gonna have to go through a lot more gears than just the 1, 2, and sometimes 3 that I've been doing on this last POVs. With all that being said, it's time to drop this heavy ass Ford 9-inch diff. And there it is, boys. It took me roughly about maybe an hour. So now I'm gonna hit up my buddy Eddie Varela from Varela Racing and see if he is at the shop right now so I can go drop this thing off, because I ain't trying to waste any time. So now let's get my phone. Where the hell did I leave my phone? I usually stick it on my freezer and it's not there anymore. Did you take my phone, little man? Huh? Vroom vroom. How does the Supra go? What is it? What is this? A Supra. All right, boys, and a few days have gone by. I finally got the gears in. I look a little bit different, got a little cleanup, but it is about midnight right now, and I figured I'd show you guys the gears before I go drop these off tomorrow during my lunch break. All right, so I did go with the expensive Richmond gears compared to some other cheap ones. I figured, you know, just do it right the first time and not look back. Plus, I don't want any noisy gears. I want it to be nice and quiet, so all I hear is the beautiful 2J sounds. But here they are. So what you guys are looking at here is a Ford 9-inch diff gear setup. These things are massive, dude. It is heavy. When you compare these to like a regular diff, dude, they're like monsters. Now, one quick question before this stupid GoPro dies again. Any of you guys who use GoPros, do you guys struggle with these batteries where they'll be like 80-90% and then they just die all of a sudden? I've bought a bunch of batteries and all of them are trash, man. I'm getting really tired of this whole GoPro thing. I don't know if I'm gonna continue buying batteries or if I'm gonna eventually just swap over to a different camera. I don't know, dude. This sucks. GoPro, like, this is terrible. So, boy, you want to tell the people she's back together? All right, guys, so got the diff back from Eddie over at Varela Racing. Thank you so much, bro. Always nice work. He has actually taken care of this diff twice. The first time was about 5 years ago when I sent the actual diff from Wave Tracks back for just a, you know, warranty rebuild. Now with a new gear change. As you guys will see, the Monster is back in there. Everything is bolted up, torqued down, ready to go, full of fluid. So I say we start this baby up and make sure these wheels turn. You know what's crazy is for you guys, this video is gonna be roughly maybe 10 minutes or less. The car's been on jack stands for 2 weeks. No bad noises, everything sounded nice and smooth. I'm gonna lower the car and move it around here just to see how different the engagement feels. Hopefully it's a lot better than before, but let's give it a shot. One headlight's on, the other one isn't. I run HIDs on this car, so I'm assuming one of the ballasts or the actual bulb went out. I've remembered that we have fog lights on these cars, so turn on the fog lights just in case I get pulled over. And I'll take it around the block just to get a feel for it. Holy crap, you guys, already it feels so much more responsive. Wow, this is in second gear. I could have never cruised down the neighborhood in second gear. I had to be in first gear. Big difference already, man. Oh, dude, and it takes off so much smoother. Look at that. And I was barely giving it any gas and it took off smooth. Before it would have been dying on me, or you would have heard the freaking clutch going. Bro, second gear at 3,000 RPM? I couldn't even do that before. And it's actually very, very responsive. All right, boys. I think we won on this one, man. I think this is definitely working. All right, boys, and we are back home. Just a quick little spin around the block, literally. And with that one quick drive, man, that feels way different. The fact that I can actually get into second gear on my block and still have some throttle response is insane. Before I had to be in first gear. And I did try out one thing just to see if I could actually even build boost a little bit sooner, so I tried this. And it doesn't come out on the video too well, but in the car, the traction control was kicking on. So that means that the car was actually under power. Before, whenever I tried to do that, I would pass in front of my house and the car was still like it was still waiting to build boost. So absolutely building boost a lot sooner now and a lot more throttle response now. Now, I don't know how fast I was going because the speedometer is now off. So I have to go drive it around the street, recalibrate it the way you guys saw me do it on the app. So yeah, but overall I am very, very happy about this. Lala was asking me right now if I was happy that we went with these gears, because I was, you know, on the fence of doing these or the 411s, which is one of the options for the 9-inch rear end. And so far, I'm very happy, because at the end of the day, I don't want to have two Supras that are exactly the same. You know, so for example, like on the red Supra, that I believe that one has 410s or whatever the NA diff gears are. So those gears are a lot shorter. You go through them really fast. Now on this car here, I didn't want the same setup. I wanted a little bit of a longer gear, so that way my top end is a lot better, especially, you know, for the plans that we have for this car, you know, to increase the horsepower. So it helps with power management. That way I'm not just blowing through the tires, you know, because this car here, you know, it's a little bit different, right? I don't have it set up to where I'm going to be just driving out super ridiculous and crazy and just smoking tires and being reckless. I want this car to be a little bit more, how do I say this, more, it's really fast, but it's set up right. It's not reckless. I know this is probably like the least watched style video, but you know, I just record everything that I do, and hopefully some of you guys learn from it and you take something from these videos. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.